Hey guys, welcome back to the Jackie Shar Show. I know it has been a long time since we all been here together, but I am back to YouTube. And for those of you who do not know, the reason that I kind of took a hiatus, if you will, from YouTube is because I did not have storage on my phone and I was recording off of my phone because I did not have a camera at the time. And school was starting and I really didn't have enough things that were not important to delete, and it was coming down to deleting important stuff that I kind of needed. So I was like, I just might as well wait until I get a camera. So for my 21st birthday, that was one of my gifts. I got a camera, so there's that. And the last time you all were here, we discussed whether I was going to call my subscribers Charms and Jackrabbits, and Charms won, of course. I kind of knew that was going to win, but as you guys voted for, thank you for all who voted and participated in the many polls that I posted. You are now my Charms and Charmings for the few guys that are watching me as well. Without further ado, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're still here and have not subscribed yet. It's a red button. It's like down there. Just keep going. Do not forget to hit the bell that's next to that red subscription button so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. And my social medias are all down below in the description box. Follow me on those as well because I post updates and polls a lot on my social medias to get to know what you guys would like to see from me. And I would appreciate it if you all would follow me there so that you can help me help you. Basically, we can do this together, so that you can tell me what you like to see and we can participate in that way together. So let's get into this video. Okay guys, so let's get into this video. This is an Unpopular Opinions Part 2, which means that there was a Part 1 on my page. If you have not already watched it, go ahead and go watch it. You don't even have to stop what you're doing to watch it. You can go watch it after this video. Regardless, just go watch it if you haven't already. So I have 30 unpopular opinions here and I'm going to just read them off to you. They're not in any specific order if you were expecting them to be. They're kind of all over the place. Like, it's kind of like about food, movies. Like, they're just all over the place. So I'm gonna just read them to you. So the first one is, olives are not good alone at all, but they can go on pizza. That's weird to say because I barely eat olives on my pizza. Like, at home we don't have olives on our pizza, but when I've been out and I've gotten maybe like a supreme pizza with someone else, or just someone else had olives on the pizza, I never took them off. I just ate them and it was not bad at all. But when I eat olives alone, I hate them. Honestly, I do not like olives, but if they're on pizza, I don't mind them. Chick-fil-A sauce is okay. Not saying it's nasty, it's okay, but it is not better than Polynesian sauce. I saw this debate the other day on Twitter, I believe, about which sauce was the best. Everyone was like, Chick-fil-A sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce, Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm like, don't sleep on the Polynesian though, because you know that's really where it's at. That's kind of top tier right there if you didn't know. So the next one is strawberry jelly is better than grape jelly in general, but I was really referring to like breakfast sandwiches because I don't really eat peanut butter jelly, so I really can't say in general. But on breakfast sandwiches, when you add jelly on them, I prefer strawberry. Online classes are not better than in person. I feel like so many people like this online schooling better than going on campus, but I am a hands-on learner. I like to have that in-class experience. It may be tedious to have to wake up every day to go into school, but I feel like I learn better in that environment than I do at home teaching myself. It's just because, to be honest, in college you teach yourself anyways. I'd rather teach myself with extra help in person than teach myself like ×2 at home. That's what I feel like I'm doing. So I just think that in person is the way to go. So I hope that eventually, sometime soon, that we go back to in person, which I'm pretty sure will not happen. But it's always a hope that you hope it will go back. Star Wars, the whole Star Wars series is very boring to me. I have Now, I feel like I really can't say this because I have not fully watched the whole Star Wars movie, but every time I have tried to, I either fell asleep or started doing something else just simply because it just wasn't interesting to me. And so many people like love it, and it's just like I don't see the hype, so that's that. Banana pudding is not that good. I know I'm gonna get a lot of slander on this, especially in the house, but I really do not like, I feel like I used to when I was younger, but the older I get, the more I do not like banana pudding. It's just, no, I don't like, no. I like the actual pudding itself, but I don't necessarily care for like the bananas in it or anything else. Like, I like all the ingredients separately, but together I don't like them. So I might as well say that I don't like it. When it comes to milk, if the milk is not strawberry, then it's not good. Plain milk is not good. Almond milk is okay, but it's not that good either. Chocolate milk, and I'm not gonna say I don't like chocolate milk because I do drink it occasionally, but if I have a choice, it's strawberry all day, every day. Hummus, anything is disgusting. I don't care what you do to it, what flavor, what type of hummus it is. If it's hot, if it's cold, I don't even know if that's a thing, but hummus is just disgusting. When it comes to social media, well, this is two, but I kind of intertwine them into one because it just makes sense. So Snapchat is slowly but surely dying, and I don't know if it's just me because I really do not use, like, I'll get on it every once in a while and check a couple of stories and then get right back off of it, and then it's just like I could care less if I do it again. But maybe it's just me because I feel like people use it though, so that's why I just said, I don't know. I think it's dying though, because I feel like people used to be on it way more, and it used to be more popular than it is now. With that being said, Twitter is the superior social media. I think Twitter is better than all the social medias out there, to be honest. Cheese is only good when it's paired with something or on top or inside of something. Like, if you cook a dish with cheese, then that's fine. I'm most likely going to eat it because I like cheese in that way. But if it's like cheese cubes or cheese slices, like on those cheese platters, it's not good to me right away. Wearing socks to bed is okay. There's also debates on Twitter about like people who wear, it's like a debate between people who don't wear socks to bed and people who do wear socks to bed. I don't wear it religiously, but when I do wear socks to bed, it's no big deal to me. It's just like kind of, oh well, either way it go. Driverless cars are so scary to me. Like those cars where people just be sitting in the passenger seat and there's nobody in the actual driver's seat and the car just be going. That is so unsafe to me. Like, I know technology has improved and we're you know, moving on up, but I just feel like, don't put me in that car. If I'm riding with you and you turn whatever you got to do to make it start driving by itself, take me to the next exit because I'm no longer driving with you. I don't want to be in those cars. I have no desire to even want one, to ride in one, to look at. Those are no go for me. So this next one I have mixed emotions about because I don't mind mint chocolate chip ice cream, but I feel like it shouldn't be a thing, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna say it's disgusting because when I eat it, when I have tasted it before, it wasn't bad, but it's just like, why is this an ice cream flavor? Why is this an option? It's just weird to me. This is for all my water drinkers. This should not be unpopular for all my water drinkers. Water has a taste, most definitely, and they do not all taste the same. It's so many people that's like, oh, it's just water, you know, it's just water, all water is water, water is just water. It's not. I can literally taste the difference between every single different brand of water that I taste. And I didn't write this down, but while we're on it, purified water, it's disgusting. It tastes like straight chlorine water. Do not give me purified water. I can drink almost any type of water, but if it's purified, I'm sorry, I don't want it. I just don't want it. So high school does not prepare you for college in the slightest way. I know a lot of times they tell you, you know, this is going to be like this in college, this is going to be like this in college. And I feel like college, actually now that I'm in college, I can say that it's a whole different ball game than most high schools. I can really only speak for my high school because I only went to my high school. But I just feel like everything that they said, this will prepare you for college, is totally different. It's just totally two different things, I feel like. And I feel like that's why most people go into college unprepared, because they think it's going to be like high school, and it's most definitely not. I feel like the first semester of college prepares you for college, if that makes sense. So most children are not children anymore. And I'm not saying that all children are grown acting or just fast acting. I just say that in a way of like, childhood is much different from when I was a child than the generation that's growing up now. And I'm pretty sure it was much different from the generation that was before me, the generation before that. I feel like every generation says this, that the children are not like how they were growing up, because now that I'm a little older, I can say, looking back at like children that I see around me growing up, I'm like, their childhood was nothing like the way mine was. So it's just weird. So that's why I say children are not children anymore, meaning that children are not like the child that I was, and put it that way. Branded clothes does not make you fashionable. You can wear brands on top of brands. Just because it has a name on it does not make it cute or fashionable. To be honest, the only thing that makes you fashionable is style. So many people go and purchase items just because it has a name on it, and it's just like, okay, that's cool, but where's the style in it? You know, it's just a brand doesn't really mean anything. The next one is that cancel culture should not be a thing unless it's for a good reason. What I mean, for those of you who don't know what cancel culture is, it's basically like coming together and giving your opinion on something, all of a sudden canceling it. Basically what I've been doing this entire video. But what I mean, like, for example, when everyone canceled R. Kelly after everything had came out, that was for a good reason. He deserved to be canceled. He needs to be canceled. But when people just come together, like, for example, it's like people on social media like, oh, Uggs are not cute anymore, cancel them. That's your personal opinion. Like, let these people wear what they want to wear. Let these people like what they want to like. Let these people eat what they want to eat, or whatever. You can have your opinion on it, but to say that, to basically talk about people for wearing something like, oh, you're canceled because you have those on, okay. And you're canceled because you're giving your opinion on something that's not your business. How about that? Let's cancel that. Let's cancel, you know, get into other people's business that's not your own. Thank you. So the next one is child influencers should not exist. And older influences really shouldn't either. Simply because there's a lot of, like, if you go on like TikTok or Instagram, there are a lot of children who have so many like followers, and I just feel like it's something that they're not prepared for, because people can be very mean and cruel, and it's just like the stuff people say to children is just crazy sometimes. It's like, why even put your child in that position to be criticized, you know, for them to get their feelings hurt, to discourage them. And it's just like, I just feel like children of a certain age should not be influencers. Which brings me to my next point, which is basically just saying that children should not have cell phones or social media under the age of 8. Just simply because I feel like there's no need. I can understand the cell phone just when they turn, I guess, 5, whenever they start leaving the house for school, just simply for safety reasons, because they have to have some type of contact back home to their families. But other than the contact back to their families, it's just a lot of things that I feel like they should not be exposed to at such a young age. Back to what I was saying, people are cruel. They don't care how old you are at this point. They don't care. Haters are haters, and they're literally haters everywhere. So children should not be exposed to that if they don't need to be. So you could just eliminate that without giving them phones and that have social media. So the next one, sorry, I lost my place. The next one is about basically school again, is that we were only friends with people just because we saw them so often. And I say that because there's so many people that I thought back in like high school or middle school that I thought I'd be so close with, and that we will still be friends with now. And it's just like, I can literally on one hand how many people from my high school or middle school that I still keep in contact with and talk to and, you know, keep in touch with. The rest of these people, it's so many people that I've like was so close with, have not heard from them or seen them since we graduated together. And it's just like, we were only friends because it was convenient, because we saw each other so often. That's, you know, it's okay, but it's a fact. Rich people should not shop in thrift stores. I feel like I'm not saying that if you're rich that you have to splurge on high-end expensive clothes, but thrift stores are there for a reason for people who are less fortunate. And I feel like when rich people shop in thrift stores, it's basically not stealing, I don't want to use that word, but it's basically taking that opportunity of someone who's less fortunate to have something that they want because you have it and don't need it, when they actually need it to go in there. And I'm not talking about like working class people, I'm talking about like legit rich people. So next one is 4C hair only gets appreciated if it's long. Like I always see these 4C appreciation posts, and it's always like someone who has like these huge afros out to here, or like who is like super like long this way, and it's just like if it's like small or just even here, it doesn't really get appreciated that often. So it's just like all hair types should be appreciated, no matter how long, short, frizzy, nappy, whatever you want to call them. They all curl patterns should be appreciated. Cold sandwiches are not good to me. Like I don't like Subway or like any type of like sub sandwich places but hot sandwiches are good. Like I like Philly cheesesteaks, if that's counts, that's the same thing, but I do not like ham and cheese sandwiches. So strawberries do not deserve as much credit as they get because they are not the best fruit. Now I do like strawberries, but 9 times out of 10 when you bite into them, they're like very sour, and I don't know, you know, that's what everyone likes, but that's not my favorite fruit. And I feel like everyone's like, oh, strawberries are top tier, and it's really not. So my next one is being bougie is not bad and way better than being stuck up. I feel like so many people try to say like, oh, you're bougie or you're this as an insult, and it's just like I don't see I personally, because people call me bougie all the time, and I kind of get it sometimes, and I don't think it's a bad thing to be high maintenance and want nice things and like nice things. I think it's the problem when it comes with a certain attitude, which is stuck up. That's when it becomes a problem to me. So like, I feel like if I call you stuck up, then it's an insult, and that's the bad thing. But if I call you bougie, you just like the finer things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not every rapper that dies young is automatically a legend. I don't mean to say this to be rude or anything, but every time a rapper dies and it's like someone that's young, no matter who listened to him or no matter if they didn't even have a following that big, everyone automatically just dubs them a legend just because they were young rappers. And it's just like, what about everybody else that dies young? Is it just young rappers that only get this title of being a legend? I don't know. Maybe I don't understand the hip-hop culture enough to put myself there, but I'm just gonna say that they all cannot possibly be legends. Normalize what everyone likes to call bandwagoning an artist, because it's okay to be a new fan of an artist or to grow to like an artist. Or like a lot of times, like maybe when someone dies or just make something new and they get like an award or just something happens, someone's always like, you weren't there before when they first made this, and blah 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 and all this stuff. And it's just like, okay, can I not learn to like this person? Can I not discover new music and all of a sudden be a fan of this person? Why do I have to be a fan from the moment they drop their debut, whatever it is? Why do I have to automatically just, you know, from that moment decide I'm a fan, and I can't decide later on down the line? Everyone always do that. Like, normalize just being a new fan of somebody. That's okay. Now this is my last one, my last and final one. This should not be an unpopular opinion, but unfortunately, but not surprisingly, it's not. Everybody should wear a mask. We are in the middle of a pandemic still, and there are very crazy people out here who do not think that we should wear a mask everywhere. And I feel like that is very dumb. You are putting yourself and others in danger when you do not wear a mask. It's one thing to, like, for example, in restaurants, when you go in, wear the mask, take it off when you're eating. That's okay. But like for people like, oh, I'm just not gonna wear a mask at all because it takes away my freedom, takes away my rights, whatever. And you taking away my right to live because now you're putting me in danger and yourself, which you probably don't care about because all you care is about not following the rules at that point. It's not that hard. Just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. So that was the last unpopular opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this one or anything else, comment down below or flood my socials with ideas. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you can be notified when I post again. And we'll see you in my next video.